what's really big for like it seems, I guess more people who aren't familiar with crypto is like Dogecoin. Like the people that I know that aren't traditional crypto people, like one guy put like $4,000 in the Dogecoin, like whatever for whatever reason, like
Jesus.
that's
Oh
the
my God.
barrier to, like that's the lower barrier to entry into crypto. Like I guess people understand that better than like a Bitcoin or Ethereum.
No, I don't understand Dogecoin. I mean,
Well, they think they understand. Well, I think it's just easier to digest than a Bitcoin.
The memes transcend all the
Exactly.
barriers.
Oh man. I mean, Danny was talking about this, but if Dogecoin were to get to $1, it would be market cap wise, it would be almost the same as Bitcoin.
I think it was somewhere between Ethereum and Bitcoin, but that's not even taking into account how many Dogecoin are minted each day. I think you need currently like $500,000 or $800,000 a day to flow into Dogecoin just to keep it at 5 cents because of how many are minted per day. So, I mean, yeah, there's two major issues with Dogecoin getting anywhere past 10 cents. Maybe 20 cents is pushing it.
I have a bet with my sister right now that she says it's gonna go to $1, and I just laughed in her face and I said, I will bet you $100. So that's not happening. Yeah, $100, easy money. Yeah.
You should have better 100 Dogecoin.
I know I have like, what is it, 400 right now, just in case it runs to $1, then I can pay her out and keep myself a couple $100. Never gonna happen, but just in case some, I don't know. I guess if they decide to burn some, I don't know, burn a lot, I guess.
Well, that's a win-win situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, speaking of Doge, Voyager started paying interest if you hold like 5,000 Doge or something like that.
Yeah.
So what is that, like $50?
No, I think it's a few hundred. Because I think I have like $150 a Doge, and I don't have enough to generate yield. So,
Tone, do you have any Dogecoin up in there?
No Doge for me. I'm still, I think I'm not even like a full believer yet. I think I'm still at the shores, not ready to dive in, kind of like, well, I'll put my foot in the water and let's kind of see how this goes. More asking questions than answering them when it comes to like the talks of crypto and stuff, because I still can't explain it. Anytime like it does come up in conversation and I try to like talk about blockchain or try to talk about any of this, it's like, well, and there's long pauses like that.
This is why you have Danny on speed dial, and then you just said, hold on, give me just a second, and then you just phone him right away.
What I often do, so there's like this movie that came out like forever ago. It's called Dope. I don't remember how old it is, but these kids, like, it's not like the best use of this because these kids find a backpack full of drugs and they want to sell it. And so what they do is one of the kids is like super techie. He would be the Danny in the situation. And he's like, we can sell it for Bitcoin. And he was like, he goes through a real quick explanation of it that I can never remember. But I'm like, that's the best version of this, is like, hey, here's how you know how all this works. This one kid like wraps it up really beautifully. And so I do that when I can't explain it. I'm like, go watch Dope and he'll tell you how it works real quick. But speaking of Voyager, I was I jumped on right away with Danny's code. Jesus will put it in the link for everyone to sign up.
I'm gonna put my link in there.
I was watching some stuff, and this one guy called it the Robin Hood of the crypto exchanges. and he meant that in a negative way. And I was
Hmm.
curious how you guys like feel about that. That like it's real. There's no, I forgot what he called it, but like there's hidden fees, right? So you pay fees on exchanges and stuff, but like upfront, it's not.
Parent.
I get explaining this, but how do you guys feel about that comparison?
To my understanding, they make money off the spread, and so that in that reality, I guess it is like Robinhood. But when you're talking about like utilization and being able to like interact, it's so much better than a Coinbase. It's so much better than what's the other one? Crypto.com. And yeah, so I think it outweighs those little fees that you get over time.
Well, crypto.com actually operates the same way. It's based on the spread is how they make their money. But CoinGate is a kind of interesting contrast because they do, the non-pro version does charge an actual dollar amount fee for every purchase or sale, which can be pretty high if you're not buying a whole lot. In terms of Voyager, I think some of the value proposition that they have is, if you can get to those minimum amounts to earn interest, you'll easily make back whatever fees you're paying to them in terms of the price differential on the spread. If you can start earning interest on the whatever coins you buy, and they've gotten pretty high. I mean, both Ethereum and Bitcoin at least are higher than Celsius rates right now, which is pretty impressive.
But
Yeah, I think the fees overall are kind of hidden. Like they're not upfront, but I think Voyager overall sits in like a usability. I don't know. It's like a totally what's the word?
Accessible, like
It's
for
not
someone
a
like myself.
observation. I think
Yeah.
Coinbase is like really easy to use, but the fees are upfront and they're really high. I think Voyager sits somewhere in between usability wise between regular Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. And so although the fees might be a little bit higher than if you're using Coinbase Pro, there's a lot more other features on Voyager that make it better overall. More coins, more yield, stuff like that.
Is that Nathan?
To say hi.
What's going on, Nathan?
Give
Yeah,
him a
gotta
Voyager
start-
code.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
on
I'll see
Voyager.
if I could get him to sign up.
Yeah, definitely. You should. That kid needs to sign up to Voyager. That's for sure.
No, I agree with Danny. I mean, I think the ease of use for Voyager and Coinbase is pretty good, but it sort of falls in between something like Coinbase or Coinbase Pro and Binance, where it's a little bit more technical, but not so much that like you can't get into. I mean, I have a hard time figuring out Coinbase Pro. But it's not meant for like a day trade, just like Robinhood wouldn't be meant for people day trading stocks. Voyager is not really meant for people who are trading every single day with a lot of amount. It's more for the recurring buys. You're keeping and holding it on the platform, that kind of thing.